trying to be human is it's a very painful experience, but it's an experience that we've all wanted. I believe that our energy started out in a different place and we were in a different vessel. If we weren't a vessel at all, maybe we were just energy, but we were there. I remember, I feel it. And then I woke up and I was inside this human body. And I started to ask myself, who the fuck am I? For the longest time, I had no clue. I was living so many different personifications. I was a person, I wasn't a human. I was brainwashed, living in lie, deceit. I was just doing what every other person was doing. I was entitled. I deserved to be happy. Even if I didn't do fucking jack shit, it was my entitlement. And that was a very dysfunctional way of thinking, because even though in my memory, I never intended to ever hurt another person. But through my own being and experiencing, I allowed myself to be hurt. And my response to that was a long string of men and drugs. That's my sin, my biggest sin in life. I can honestly tell you, most of the times I gave my body for sex, my mind wasn't in it. And that's why I'm so careful now. I mean, people probably want to call me a prude, but when you have sex with somebody, that's a big deal. You know that. You know that. I know that. Why do we keep doing this shit to ourselves? Because it only just tears us down even more. That was a huge catalyst to drive change into me, make me more human. So I had terrible tragedy happen, and if you ask me personally, did I deserve that tragedy? I'll say yes, I did. It woke me up. The reason why I say I deserve it is because I was making all these choices. I wasn't in my highest conscious yet, so I don't feel like my human self can be held responsible because I wasn't fully human in making those choices. Now, if I'm fully human now, like that's why I say to people, the gods have given me golden knowledge. I've seen both sides of the coin very clearly. I've experienced things that no one would ever believe. I write about them and maybe some people believe it, but no matter how much evidence I present to any of you, you'll believe what you want to believe until you're at your breaking point. And when you reach your fucking breaking point, you either move forward, you move backwards, or you stop moving at all. What we all know what happens to energy when it stops moving. It begins to self-destruct. Thankfully, I chose to be what I am now. A person that stands up to my shame, my embarrassments. That's why I consciously am very careful at making decisions now. And sometimes people push my button. They don't do it as much now as they used to, especially in my new environment. In my old environment, it didn't happen at all. I think I had too much protection from the gods because I had to go through that change. But Then I changed my environment, and at first, you know, I just had people pushing that button, trying to get me back, dragging me back to hell with them. It's like they weren't happy that I had became a better person. They weren't happy to celebrate and encourage me to continue to be a better person. Instead, they were trying to destroy me. So I had a couple of reactions, but it never led me down. How I knew that I had made, and I think that's why the gods did that to me, because they put me in a position when I came back to this environment that could have easily led me down another path of making bad choice after 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 bad choice, and doing it to the point where my life was 90% of bad choices and 10% of good choices, and that was not working for me. I mean, I had to flip that fraction around, and that's what we do. If you've watched my video up until this point, I hope that you gained something from it and learned from my personal experience. As I became an artist, and now I'm sharing it to the world. And there only needs to be one person to believe in me, and that person that believes in me can just be myself. And it doesn't matter, because I've reached myself. That's what matters, because I've already reached, just through my change, I've reached thousands of people already. And I hope to be able to reach 3 million. That would be enough. 3 million is enough. If you understand what I'm talking about, then you get it. I want people to live their best lives, because that is healthy. It is healthy to make good decisions based on the moral compass that we all have inside.